Good morning, my people. This is Major TV. Let's talk. Happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa for those who celebrate. I'm not a religious person. I'm not into holidays, but I do give reverence and whatnot. Um, I want to talk about something regarding Christmas. Um, Today is Christmas, right? And I thought about something I want to talk about. I think I'm entitled "A Black Christmas." What does it mean? Um, I have to really be really honest about Christmas and what it means to black people, right? Now we know it's a time of giving, sharing, showing reverence if you're a Christian or what have you to Jesus. Um, the day he was born, right? We know it's descriptions about whether it was in um some or fall when Jesus was born or whatnot. And we know history how it was created and what have you. And they say it really wasn't created in Rome. Really wasn't created in Germany. It was created in Rome, and Germany just started celebrating and whatnot. And we always say it was a we always say it was a white man holiday and whatnot. And I still believe that as today too. And we know it's really commercialized to the point whereas people go out their way. And specifically, I'm talking about our people. We the lowest of the low in reference to um, having money and surviving. Though we know we have black millionaires and successful black people in America, but the vast majority of us are really suffering. And around Christmas, it's sad because a lot of black people are not able to really get their kids what they want. A lot of black people don't know how to explain to their kids that um, this is only a holiday, um, and though it's a Christian holiday and commemoration of the commemoration of Jesus' birth and whatnot. Again, if you believe in Christianity, black people find it hard to explain to the kids that they can't buy them certain things, that they want that they can't afford. And then you have a large amount of black people that go out their way, right, to spend a whole lot of money on stuff for their kids and are not able to pay their bills sometimes. Can't get their car fixed. Can't pay for basic repairs. Um, they just be really on the edge. And they say Christmas about celebrating the birth of Christ and sharing and giving and loving and whatnot. Some people are stressing right now. Some people having nervous breakdown, crying, all messed up behind one day. And it's so unfortunate in the black community that we have tried so hard to do the right thing and try to fit within the norm of celebrating a holiday when we know that we are mostly victims, in reference to the treatment of us. And by us being a Christian nation, even though we know there's different denominations of religion in the United States, we are not treated as though this country care about us. What's going on with the sharing and helping black people? Just this one day, right? And black people the world about pleasing their kids and putting a smile on their face and showing them that you don't have to worry about Christmas. But the psychological part of, parents not able to provide for their kids are going undone by spending a lot of money or most of their money or all their money on their kids, and even adults, getting caught up in it. It's a travesty. It's a shame, and it's sad and sickening because I know personally the stress we put in our mind and how we were, when I was a kid. And my mom was Jehovah's Witness, so it was extremely hard, right? But it did make me strong, even though I'm not in the faith. And I respect all faiths. Jehovah's Witness did have that part I did like about not really, this paganism and whatnot, and getting into religion. Getting into holidays and what have you. And I think about a black Christmas in a sense, whereas I'm using black because a black Christmas is not like a white Christmas. It's just a different feel. I'm not saying they don't have these stresses and they don't do things crazy with their money. But we know black people abuse money in such a way that's crazy. It don't really have to be Christmas. But Christmas is a time where we surely spend a lot of our money. And I hope that a lot of people didn't go undone or spend a lot of their money on a holiday that's supposed to be celebrating the birth of Christ. But people looking for gifts, especially adults, that is crazy life. It just come a time where we have to know how to sit down our kids and tell them what it is. To each his own. If you want to celebrate, it's on you. I don't celebrate it, right? But I don't knock nobody celebrating. But I knock the fact that there's been so much brainwashing going on. There's been so much manipulation. There's been so much of misinformation that, because I don't really like to talk about religions and all that, right? I don't even like to talk about that because we know that's a debate. Even though we can prove it came out of Africa and how it's been whitewashed and twisted and what have you. We can show the structures and whatnot. People still not going to want to hear. And I'm talking about specifically black people, but you have whites and everybody else that's just diehards. And they go for Islam and what have you. You know what I'm saying? Africa's never given its true recognition, acknowledgement, and accomplishment that it has done and provided to the world. But I just had to do a short video about a black Christmas, what it means to black people, and I know we are loving, fun, cheery people, like to have fun, like to live. We also like to show people that, hey, we are people and we not tripping and we can't get along to get along. But deep inside, we know that the reality of, the reality of a safe place and a better place for black people in America is a bit hard, you know. Though we've had progress and we've come a mighty long ways, but there are still a lot of mechanisms systemically that's working against us. And I just had to talk about this. And I'm not trying to ran nobody parade, but sometimes we have to have these hard conversations. We have to talk about it. I do believe that we can work in um, a system of things, whereas being black is important than just putting yourself in positions and doing things that's counterproductive, that's not really helping you progress. So this was just a video that I wanted to make. Um, I did have a pun, you know, there was a pun intended, and that just to get black people to see that we shouldn't get wrapped up in stuff like this and lose our focus. We still have to manage our money. We have to save. We need to sit down and talk to our kids, tell them what's the real, and not get sucked up into the commercial part of it, or get sucked up into a lot of the nonsense in reference to Christmas representing the love, sharing, caring, and getting along. It's a beautiful time of year. I won't lie. That's one thing about black people. I admit, we can take a bad situation and make it great. We can. I mean, I'm talking about the Christmas song, the black brothers and sisters that be singing Christmas songs. You know, it'd be so soulful, even though you'd be like, oh, you know, like, but anyway, you know, I do love the fact that the time is beautiful and it's nice, and it's a time to really like um appreciate things, right? But my issue with it is it should be like that every day. People should be sharing and caring. Black people should not be discriminated against. Black people should not be mistreated. Black people should not be shot down the streets. Black people should not have their homes invaded wrongfully. Black people should not be embarrassed or ashamed. You know, black people should not go through what they go through every day in America. I mean, this is a Christian nation, right? And the funny part about it, on Sunday, I heard, right, the most segregated day of the week is Sunday. And in my opinion, I believe black people practice Christianity better than white people who gave it to us. And I know black people try to say where it came out of Africa, blah, blah. And that's true, but the version that you're practicing is whitewash, you know. And I know there's some black church that's bringing that Afrocentric feel to it and expression and whatnot. And that's a good way of trying to conform the black mind. But the fact is, if you're not putting truth behind it, I'm not saying they're not, but I'm just saying it's extremely hard in a system whereas they see Christianity like black and white, right? They see it as it is in the way it's been given, as opposed to the actual truth of the religion and I guess the ideologists and the spiritual enlightenment and whatnot. But I didn't want to dig too much into that. So that's how I see it, y'all. Y'all leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Let's talk about this. Let's work this situation out, and let's talk among each other. For us to make a better tomorrow for black people, we have to be able to communicate. We have to be able to understand what's going on. We have to be able to make the corrections. So take care. Enjoy yourself and stay safe. Much love, Mitch.